chat, chat, chat. Hopefully y'all boys doing good. Hopefully y'all boys are doing swell today. Today, chat, I'm in a way better mood than yesterday. I cannot lie. Let me get the chat up here so I can actually read the chat. All right. Boom. Today we do have a pretty interesting amount of videos that we're going to be reacting to. A little bit of my GM mode / my faction. We're not going to care about the my faction part of the vid, but the my GM mode I do care about. And then we will obviously also be reacting to some New York City's Worst Blizzard by Casey Neistat. That boy just uploaded that, and I kind of want to react to that because I haven't watched a Casey Neistat vid in quite some time. So I want to react to that. San Antonio Spurs versus Detroit because Detroit is on fire and I fuck with the Spurs. And then obviously the Wendy Ortiz shit because I did not react to it yesterday. But let's hop into these reactions, boys. Hopefully y'all boys are doing good and wow. Let's do it.
Today we're talking about my GM and my faction updates for 2K.
Oh, didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
My name is Matt. Welcome to Assemble. Let's talk about my GM first. I got hands-on with the game, and I have to say that for my GM, I like what I see. Now, I didn't get a ton
I did
of
like
time
the little
with
budget.
it, so bear that in mind to be able to go all the way through multiple months, PLEs, etc. But I want to be able to talk about and share the updates that we did experience, and I think that they're all positives. Is my GM going to be this next generation, next level thing? I find that it
what
is
would be
more
something
so
in my GM that y'all would want to see?
Positive ones that are building upon last year. I think this year for my GM, there's more pluses than minuses. So you have 50-week seasons now added to my GM. This is great because I can actually have proper.
This is online too, right? It's not an only offline game mode.
There with my GM in terms of the entire plethora.
I was so happy when I saw the opening budget can go up to $7 million, dude. I was like, thank God, because I hated the my GM mode because you could only have such a small roster, and then your people would obviously get injured, and it messes up your whole like spiel for your roster in the game. You know what I'm saying? But I do like how they upped the budget for this one.
Content you can do to manage it. My GM is not for everybody. It is still just a full hardcore management system where you're managing contracts, budgets, etc., the shows, the arenas. It's not for everybody. The budgets have now increased, so I like the fact that we got up to $7 million for your budget, because somebody like me, you can either like lower it, then you have like a smaller pool for your roster to select from,
I like a big pool of roster.
Million. I like that because I like having more freedom in my GM. I could build out my roster and make it a bigger roster this year. One of the things that's always
why I like personally
for me as a player is small rosters, minimum amount of superstars on my roster to compete for different titles, and frankly, someone gets injured.
It's more rivalry slots or feud spots for my GM, right?
And then I have to go to the pool, the draft pool, and I have to try and grab just some jobbers, and I didn't like that. I want proper superstars on my roster.
I will say I still don't like how it's the fucking class shit, because I feel as if, let's say I have a Roman Reigns, right, versus The Rock, for example. Somehow that rivalry isn't going to be good when the fans pop for them is both outstanding. You're saying that they're not going to have a good rivalry because it's not like a cruiser versus a fighter or something like that. I think that's stupid from my GM. That's the only thing I always complain about this my GM mode.
Here it felt way more balanced, and it
versus
felt
like the OG.
That I could just draft an entire Monday Night Raw roster, WCW, even Mutiny has an arena in there and a show, and I feel like I have WWE superstars fully on my roster. You can draft up to 35 superstars, I believe it was 35, for your brand. Now, bear this in mind though, because if you draft 35, you have a $7 million budget, that's great, but it's going to mean more contracts to manage, which can be detrimental too, because then people are going to be unhappy if they're not on your show. So it's a lot. Again, it's the management stuff. But I do love this because I just have a full 30-person roster, for example, and the draft pools and the trades, when I want to be able to go in and buy people and buy contracts, I have more options available, and maybe even just more cash. The other thing they've added this year for my GM that I really did like, custom championships, customizing which championships
so you can actually make AEW.
So you have the freedom now from the men's division, the women's division, for obviously selecting who's going to be your champion, you know, your world title, your tag team title, your mid-card title for men's and women's.
I would always give like the main championship to a fucking jobber to get his pop up.
The option comes up to just pick any title and your custom belts too. So if you're somebody that's like, hey, I've got these customized original belts I've made. I have WCW original belts. Like, I've done whatever. I've customized all my belts how I want. You could swap them all out.
AEW,
Men's and women's
TNA.
side, you have total freedom here. This is just, it's a small thing for my GM, but it adds so much because I no longer feel like it's so rigid.
Limited.
Now I could just have, I could make a AAA show and I could have the AAA titles there. I can change it so I can have Attitude Era title belts, the Ruthless Aggression title belts.
Yep.
It's a weird thing too, though. You can go in, as I tested, and for my tag team titles, I can just put the WWE Championship as the tag title, so it's just completely open. But that freedom is what I like. The next step in evolution to this, in my eyes, is to allow you to make
a new era.
Update more arenas on my GM, something that they don't have this year. So that is a negative. Is I wish you could go in and say my Raw is going to be a 1994 Monday Night Raw.
That's probably gonna be next year.
But as you kind of unlock all of that, and the more I talk about that, I'm like, that's getting really close into universe mode customization. But I do love that create a championship option, the customization option there. I wish they would do the same thing when it came to arenas to give you just a little bit more.
I don't like anyone saying that they should combine this mode too for universe and GM mode.
So the new
I think
match
that's
types that are in the game,
because it's so
Inferno
different.
match,
It's not the same mode.
Hell, dumpster match. So your new
It's a
match types,
similar
your I
mode,
Quit, your
but it's a
Inferno,
very different.
dumpster match, 3 stages of hell. They're all in my GM mode. And they've upped it to 8-person matches. Now, for the time I had with the game, I didn't go through and test 8-way matches, but they're there, and I can do like multi-person ladder matches, battle royales, bloodline rules matches in there. So the expansion of this up to 6 8-way matches, not to mention doing multi-person tag team matches are available. When you combine having the increase in roster with more matches that can be multi-person, it adds more. Also, from a strategic standpoint, I'm getting more people on the card. I'm getting rivalries built better and more natural. Let's rewind a little bit, though, and look at the beginning stages of my GM. Things will aesthetically look all the same as you have in previous years.
Stop. Play. Okay, I see. Okay, play online, custom GM, custom roster. Okay, because I look, might want to do a GM mode.
Mick Foley, Eric Bischoff, and all the regular ones, plus some new ones are in there too. The draft works as it has every single year. The class system is still attached. It's still a standard way of managing and running your show week to week. The amount of matches on a card as well, from regular shows to PLEs, is the same as last year, which is fine with me. It's enough matches, but they've increased what you're doing from the promo side, which is great. They've added in a double booking feature too. And I liked this because as you're playing, I could have Roman Reigns cut a promo, and then Roman could also be in the main event match.
So you can, so just like real life kind of thing.
Then it's supposed to be a promo, then they'll be removed from it. But otherwise,
isn't that also the same in universe mode now?
Again, if you
could be wrong on that, but I'm almost certain that they did that on universe mode as well.
On the show to keep it going. I tested out the new feature too in promos. They have invasion promos. So this is where I can select a superstar on my roster, and they will go invade the other brand. And by doing that, they're trying to gain fans. They can also lose fans. So depending on the superstar's popularity, if I want to be able to grab more fans for my show, then I can do the invasion. But it comes at the risk. So I like that as an addition. Other things like doing regular promos are in there.
That's fire.
Advertising, the marketing, all those things, still all standard within promos. Now, a few things to note, though, when it comes to match types. So while they've increased it to 8-person match types, there's still a few things missing. Now, I'm trying to get confirmation and clarity on this. I heard that War Games, maybe I misunderstood, but I believe, speaking with the devs, that War Games was there in my GM, but
like
looking back at it and thinking, I don't
Raw versus SmackDown War Games,
so still a question
for
mark.
example.
Things like Money in the Bank. You can do 5, 6, 8-way ladder matches. You can do tag team ladder matches, but the Money in the Bank feature isn't there. You can do 8-person battle royals. You can't do the Royal Rumble to then trigger going to WrestleMania.
That's trash. I want like the old My GM mode where it's like my roster versus your roster. You get 15 people in there. I get 15 people in there. And we go in there for the Royal Rumble, and whoever wins it main events to WrestleMania and gets more
Elimination Chamber is there.
Love,
so there are certain
basically.
gaps right now where I'm still feeling like some pieces are held back. I believe there are power cards associated with things like Money in the Bank, but there is no actual Money in the Bank.
We get it. You work hard, so get the gear that works as hard as you do. The Blue Business
Are you serious, my brother?
Enjoy 24-hour access at most Planet Fitness clubs. $1 down, $15 a month. Deal ends February 27th.
And I wonder too if it's kind of like, well, if we add money in the bank, we're getting so close to universe mode with just the
I don't
additions
need the
of
money in the
management
bank.
piece.
I don't need the money in the bank. I don't know what he's fucking talking about. I guess it's cool or whatever, right? You don't really need it. In my GM mode, bring it back to the OG, you need the Royal Rumble though.
I don't know how you integrate Money in the Bank into a MyGM.
You don't have to do that.
Unless it acts like a title belt where you can assign it to the person or they collect it and maybe they just get boosts for having it. But you want to be able to, I think, have the option if you spectate a match that you can trigger a Money in the Bank cash in. There should be rewards, there should be the Royal Rumble, and then it should have rewards attached to it so that if I win the Rumble or whoever wins the Rumble, they're getting a huge boost in popularity. And
Yeah,
then it's
'cause they get
building
the main
towards
event.
the main event of WrestleMania. The other piece that I still don't enjoy is that there's no full calendar view. I wish I could just
That's
click a
trash.
tab and go over and I could see
Triple
my
H, new
entire
era.
calendar,
It's a
all the
new era.
PLEs. It shows you on the main screen of which week you are in and that Elimination Chamber is coming up.
Yeah.
But I like to be able to just
I think it did that
click
last year too,
over,
right?
kind of like universe mode, and just look at the calendar view and look for my 50 weeks of my calendar, where I'm at, and so I can kind of pre-plan as I'm playing to know,
new era.
okay, we've got WrestleMania coming up in 2 weeks. Then I can decide a little bit better of who I want to play. So it's just little details like that I wish they would improve. Now, speaking of improvements, my faction has also received a lot of improvements. I had a little bit of
We
time
don't care
with
about my faction. Go back.
Not a lot to be able
All
to
right, well,
really deep
seeing
dive,
we're done
but
here. WVID Mr. Assemble. Oh my god, we're right into the action. Bang, bang. Vassell.
Not a bad way to start right there. I love using him as a back screen. Inside,
Duran's a dog, dude.
the shot blocker. Duran just getting right to the chest
Wembley.
of Victor Wembanyama.
Skip pass, Vassell
Vassell's on
sets his feet
fire.
and drills another from downtown.
Oh my.
Great job. Castle.
I used to, you know what I'm saying? I used to move like that in the
Vassell
YMCA.
red hot early, and it continues.
I probably got 3 threes. Good little lob.
Absolutely.
90% of everybody else in the league has to bring that down.
First in the East, second in the West. Holy shit.
And that's how you respond.
Harris.
Who's? Oh, okay. See, I'm like,
No, Duran.
he almost missed that right there. That boy Castle.
Wemby was going to be back.
Cunningham with the rejection.
Cunningham is a dog, dude.
Robinson on the move, kick out. Cunningham for three. Yeah.
Cunningham is so slept on, dude. He's Luka, but with like better defense. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? I can't lie. Detroit is a. I never even expected Detroit to be this dominant ever again. This is crazy. Shout out to Detroit though.
The initial surge there. Duncan Robinson, just by getting close to that baseline, he has taken everybody with him.
Robinson for
Bang.
Wemby in that little drop there. If you can pick off the on-ball defender.
Good leg.
buckets and the foul.
Castle.
We spent the last 9 years asking.
And
for
what
a
is
return
up with
the
these
snack
2
wrap.
fucking ads?
And we won. But should we have been asking for even more?
What the fuck? Mute, dude. Shut the hell up. That's bullshit, dude. What are you doing here, cuh? Another non-skippable fit. This is 30 seconds of ads that you cannot skip on YouTube. Isn't that ridiculous? I know it's ridiculous. It's absolutely diabolical, some could say.
Castle.
That boy Castle, dang, he is not on fire today. He should have got a better hand on that. It's okay, though.
Detroit running. Holland to the right.
And one. Now we got a game here. Harper.
That's a beautiful move. My goodness.
No call on that.
Finish by the rookie. Cunningham. Popped
Good
it back.
steal.
Stripped by Cornette. Up ahead to Johnson.
KJ Johnson. Oh, hey.
That is a fullback.
Oh, my God.
Holland for three.
That boys, who the fuck is that?
Here's Holland in the corner. Blocked by Wembanyama. He's just so done with that.
What can you really do about that? You know what I'm saying? What can you really do about that?
Harris goes to Cole. He's a
Tobias Harris. Yeah, he had to take that in tight.
Bucks outside to Champagne, flicks the wrist.
Bang. Good shot.
Pretty jump shot.
Cunningham blocked by Carter Bryant.
Great defense. I love Carter Bryant's game as well.
Good kick out.
To a cutting Johnson. Johnson.
And one. Oh my gosh, off for takeoff. Them boys are giving that boy the fucking... I know this game was active.
On the drive, outside Champagny, three-ball corner.
Little 3-ball. Tie game again. You gotta look. This could possibly be the finals. Possibly.
Spurs back on top.
A very quick trigger.
W body control.
Thompson right in the chest of Wembanyama.
Oh my god. That boy, Castle. Put some respect on Castle. I'm telling you. The Spurs are so dangerous. Castle, Vassell, Dylan Harper, KJ Johnson. The Spurs are them, bro. I can't lie. It's obviously going to be OKC or the Spurs. I hope it's the Spurs to go into the finals, though. Oh my god, they are nasty.
Man, what an athlete. You kind of nailed it on the head, Robbie, just about his improvement.
That boy. Oh my god, Cunningham. Can I see how many points he has, or is that just not going to pop up? Oh, okay, he got 10. That was a good shot. That's a good shot. Good shot. Vassell, bang! Nah, he's on fire. How many points does Vassell have? Like 15? Foxy. A little lefty. Forget that guy's a lefty. Throw it up. Williamskis. Damn, how the hell did I get through? Little set 3. I'm not gonna lie though, I don't really like those old Piston jerseys. I can't lie. Not my favorite Piston jerseys of all time.
Staff needs a timeout.
And that's what you want, though. You want the big to try to make that pass. It's not an easy pass for bigs to make. You gotta have touch, you gotta have feel, and it's hard to catch it if you're King.
Matched up with Vassell to the rack.
That boy Wembanyama. Good shot, Castle. Set it. Bang in the corner. Little, you know what I'm saying? Little 4-point game. So it doesn't. No call is kind of crazy. I would got pissed too, Mr. Robinson. Good bang. Good block. Castle, get that. And one. Wow. Them boys are dogs, man. Them boys are dogs, boy. Are the Knicks number 3 in the East, right? Who's number 2? Boston? Somebody. I think it might be Boston number 2. Good fucking lay, though. Harper. Kicking it down. Kicking it out. Oh, you know, sitting in the corner. That's a guaranteed knockdown. Kind of have to be watching the Spurs all season. It's the same play every time. Harrison Barnes set that shot. Vassell will pull up Litty. Easy money. Oh my god, dude. Good pass. Vassell is on fire, dude. Vassell is on fire. Wembley kicking it out to Castle. This is a little leg. Fundamental basketball right there, ladies and gentlemen. Can I see some fucking stats lines, please? Another... Are we going to get another... It's okay. It's alright. I'm not going to crash. I'm not going to crash out. You know what I'm saying? I was about to. But I'm not going to. Because they want me to crash out. They want you to crash out. But I'm not going to crash. They want you to crash out. But I'm not going to crash. They want you to crash out.
into San Antonio's hands. The floater, the
Oh, and a little bit of Yamskis on Wemben. Come on.
all the little plays happen right now. Pass over to Harper.
It's a tight game.
Scoop shot. He's everywhere, isn't he?
Good leg.
That's just big time patience right there.
That boy Fox is him.
Pass ahead, Levert. Will fire from deep.
That's a massive shot. Victor Wembanyama on the move. Outside.
Vassell. Good. He's been a flamethrower.
Yes, he has.
Fox lost the handle. Got it back. Champini. Cash.
Right now they're just running high ball screens.
They get a turnover. Up ahead to Durant. Robinson. The lob. To JD.
That was beautiful.
The rookie going to work.
That boy Dylan Harper.
Turnaround.
Damn.
Left it short. Rebound. Snagged by Cornette. Fresh for
KJ Johnson.
Johnson.
Dang, that's ball game low key, dude. I mean, they can still come back. Guys got to play defense, man. Got to play defense, baby.
Good job by
Good hands by Reed. Got the steal. Reed comes to Where's the throwdown?
You better dunk it if you're going up there.
Inside. Reed. Turn
Good block.
Outside.
Fox, corner.
Looking for a backbreaker.
Fucking pass off.
And pass out to Castle.
Yep.
Exclamation
I know that boy Wembley's happy that he's actually getting the ball.
Jenkins got to the rack. Castle
10-point game here.
working on
That's a
Cunningham.
tough shot.
The jumper won't go. Wemby got
Whoa, get up, Wembley.
some more. You better block him out. You pass
Yep.
to Wembanyama. It's another Area 51 connection. And a timeout with 1:42 to go in regular.
No, that's so tough. 51. I didn't realize that. Yo, that's actually comfy. Yo. Are we lagging, Chad? Are we lagging? I just peeped. Are we lagging, Chad? Okay, we're not. There we go.
Three-point shooting team. You know, Campany, you have Vassell, you have
10-point game with a minute left here. Just get it across for Young Chen. Now here we go.
Champini got free for the throwdown.
11-point game in this ball game. All right, let's see here. Who had the most points? That boy Fasai, I knew it. He almost had a 30 ball. That boy Victor had 21. How much did Castle have? 16. And then where was Dylan Harper? He had 5. Not bad. And what about Chad? He had 16. He only had 16. I felt like he had a little bit more than that. Good game. Oh my God, no. No.
Did you see that?
Let's get.
Will be closed. Current weather situation.
School's canceled.
They still be calling for the cancel school? You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to hear that.
At least a foot of snow coming for the 5 boroughs.
Yo, that fucking blizzard was absolute AIDS, dude. Absolute AIDS. It's ridiculous. It was ridiculous, dude.
New York and New Jersey under states of emergency, and Governor Sherrill tells 1010 Wins this is not what we saw last month.
Exactly 11:30 a.m. on February 22nd, 2026, the rain stopped and the first snowflakes of the blizzard of 2026 have begun to fall.
Yep. They cancel all the buses and trains.
The
No
mayor
vehicles on the road.
tweeted, Forecast
The snow was
15 to
insane. It was like 20
inches
inches,
of
gang.
snow, strong wind gusts up to 50 miles an hour.
Yep.
Coastal flooding possible up to 2.5 feet. Cool.
Dude, this is how it looked in the beginning. It went to 20 inches of snow right here. At first, I was like, oh, it should be something calm. Because I just saw the rain. And I'm like, nah. Go to sleep, wake up the next morning, 20 inches of snow on your head top. Those wind gusts were absolutely nasty for shoveling, gang.
Now 2 p.m. The snow is falling much heavier now. It's windy and colder, but still not really any accumulation. Windy though.
And doesn't Casey be doing his runs too? What is that?
You sure it's getting bigger?
I feel it. Are we gonna go tubing today?
If we get enough snow, we can go today. Come on. Oh, goodness, you too.
Gonna turn sideways. I ain't picking that ball up. It's a little too chilly.
It's 4:30 in the p.m. I'm taking the dog for a walk. Maybe like a quarter inch or something. It's been snowing for like 5 hours. There's still like no snow out, but it's coming down. It's coming down pretty heavy right now.
Yeah. Look, you know what I'm saying? Look at the dogs outside, still getting the run in.
Take me to get my car.
Gotta respect that.
Learning how to play a card game.
Come on, take me to get my car. You think we're gonna get a real blizzard?
Yeah. What is a blizzard besides
Like a lot of snow.
Oh. Yeah. I think so.
Thanks for the ride.
Anytime.
6 p.m.
It's getting real blizzardy out now. So driving in New York City sucks.
Yeah.
Except for when there's so much snow that no one else can drive in New York City. And then driving in New York City rules.
I
If
like
it's
driving
icy
in New
the
York.
snow,
I
you
mean,
obviously
personally,
need a
I mean,
4x4.
I don't have a
But
problem
if
that
it gets
much.
really icy, even a 4x4 won't stop on the ice. The only thing that'll stop on ice are chains. The metal bites right through the ice and into the pavement. I run chains on all 4 of my tires.
Oh, that's the van he took to
I don't
Cali,
know
right?
if I'm gonna need
Or
my car,
van, Jeep.
but I do know that it's better to have and not need than to need and not have.
Casey! I was just talking about you snowboarding today. What's going on?
We need more snow. We need more snow.
Like everyone's doing their last run. I can guarantee all those like grocery stores, like Target and all that. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, everybody in New York got this.
Dude, I would have got pissed. I didn't hear that though. Thank God.
8:15. So we take the kids for a little ride. If we can find an opportunity to go sledding, we're probably gonna do a little bit of sledding.
Nah, sledding. I can't lie. There was a lot of sled marks though. Like that weekend
It's
after.
9 o'clock, so legally we have to get off the road. So far, I don't know. I don't know that this is a state of emergency level storm yet. Maybe tomorrow morning. This is my last check-in of the day. I'm going to bed now. But so far, not such an overwhelming blizzard. So far, it's just been like a really fun 3 inches. That's what she said. 6 a.m. Brooklyn Bridge. On my run, we got some snow last night. Let me show you. The wind is so strong, it blew all the snow off the footpath and into like this
Corner?
light drift here. It's pretty windy. Pretty windy out, but
That
not so
looks
bad.
literally like the
About
tundra.
12 inches of snow.
Is that the
Something like
bridge, right? That's the Brooklyn
Very
Bridge?
slippery out here, though.
What the fuck, Casey? Kudos to that boy Casey Neistat, cause listen here, I ain't fucking running that bullshit, man. I'm staying at the crib. But you know what I'm saying? I guess you know what I'm saying? That's what stops greatness.
$8 a.m.
Nah, that's pretty comfy. I can't lie. I can't lie. If I was looking outside of my, you know what I'm saying, my crib, and I saw Casey Neistat doing some snowboarding or somebody doing that little snowboarding joint, or a little bit of tubing on the back of their car during in this weather condition, I would take my hat off. You know what I'm saying? That's respect. Because this looks crazy. Now, like, look at that outside. I know you're cold, man. Oh my God. What a pull. Look at the view, though.
Hey, guys!
I got next, baby.
New York City, man. What a place. Gotham City, man. Shit looks sad. It looks like fucking World War II. Fucking Russia.
12 o'clock noon, Upper West Side. They've updated the snowfall totals. We're currently at 18 inches and we're supposed to get up to 20 or 22. Pretty wild. Now, behind me here is one of the better sledding hills in all of Manhattan. And both the girls are there sledding right now with their uncle. Dean has built a chairlift system of sorts here. Keeping the sled attached to a rope, he's able to bring both children up.
W workout. Oh my God.
Getting a little chilly out here. Just need to inflate my jacket.
Is it inflating?
Come feel.
Oh my God.
That boy's even shine. Snowball
The
fight.
last snowflakes are falling and the blizzard of 26 ends with a small snowball fight here in Washington Square Park.
You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Don't hit the fucking camera, jackass.
Got more breaking news tonight related
Oh my
to at 10
Yo, this shit had me crying.
this afternoon when several New York City police officers were
Yo,
injured
this shit
when
had
they
me
were pelted with
crying.
chunks of snow
Them boys were walking
Square
away
Park.
in
They were
sadness,
responding to
getting
a
thrown
call
with the
about people
snow.
stuck
All
in a
that.
room inside
That joint had me crying, though. Oh, because they can't even fight back.
You see, New York, this is why we can't have nice things. Great blizzard, though. Otherwise, great blizzard.
Why were they trying to stop a snowball fight? They don't even do anything.
Don't just take classes. Take charge. Start your comeback today at urduglobal.edu.
Aw, native hand soap. The mortals need to know about this.
Shut the fuck up.
Streaming made Twitch such a mainstream thing. I would never see streamers
Alright, last vid
on
right here, chat.
TikTok, any clips or nothing until after us.
Saying they made Twitch mainstream, I gotta give that to Ninja and Aiden.
Wait, what did she say?
Made Twitch such a mainstream thing. I would never see streamers.
Relax. I can't lie. L take. Mrs. Ortez, this is a bad take. You don't know history. Now, me personally, I'd say Aiden made it mainstream. He brought rappers, you know what I'm saying? He was making that manyan, you feel me? He really brought LeBron James on stream, Bronny on him. And then I would say Kai, Speed made, streaming in general bigger. Ninja, obviously with Drake. There's a lot of names, you feel me? There's a lot of people that really put that, on the map. Me personally, I can't name a Mrs. Ortez stream. maybe all can. I know she's a TikToker though. I know she's big on TikTok. Shout out to her on TikTok. But I mean, I'm saying, facts are facts, gang.
On TikTok, like any clips or nothing until
Facts are facts.
after us.
Saying they made Twitch mainstream, I gotta give that to Ninja and Aiden.
Kyler took that
Yeah.
ran with it. Everybody on the planet know what a Twitch is now.
Recently, DDG and Wendy Ortiz have
What is
met
this
up
game?
and have been getting aired on the internet by the entire,
Whoa.
not only streaming community, but it seems like content
Is
creator
this-
space. We're apparently taking credit in
Subway
being the
Surfer?
reason that Twitch streaming is mainstream. But not only mainstream, it's just recognized by a lot of people. And it got not only me, but a lot of other streamers and content creators are like very off guard that they would go out of their way to say this. But I don't want to yap too much. I really want to dive into this topic. So why don't we start with the clip that set all of this off in the first
It's like a
place.
fire game.
If I take credit for us,
What? No, go say it.
like start like streaming. I feel like it was not a. Well, you started before, but like I feel like us streaming like made Twitch like such like a mainstream thing. Like I would never see, Twitchers, streamers on TikTok, like any clips or nothing until after us. Oh my god, am I gonna get canceled?
I think that's a bad take because everyone knew TikTokers wanted to be YouTubers and or streamers because you're not making the money that YouTubers and streamers are making. Obviously, you need to start off with something, and realistically, short form content is king right now. So I guess I do understand her take by that, but if you're a big streamer or a big YouTuber, you could make a TikTok and be big on that immediately. Like that, because people are following a larger form of content of you. And to follow a short form content of you would be even easier. To be big on TikTok and not be big in the streaming and big on YouTube is very common. That's why you see a lot of big TikTokers or big Instagram skits people. But as soon as they try to go over to become a streamer and or a YouTuber, it's harder because long form content, you know what I'm saying, is way harder to keep someone's retention for that, especially when they are accustomed to seeing you on short form.
They not. They not. You gotta stand up. You gotta stand on it.
No, but I genuinely believe that. I genuinely believe like I feel like Twitch wasn't a big thing before.
I definitely.
And then also Streamer University happened like a bit after we started streaming together. So like that plus us streaming like made this.
For the unlucky few that have no idea who those two people are and why they're important anyway,
That boy
that is
DDG.
DDG and Wendy Ortiz.
Shout out that boy
DDG being
DDG.
a very prominent YouTuber who recently transitioned into streaming, and Wendy Ortiz being someone that he has collabed with from time to time, who was originally a very popular TikToker and has now become basically a full-time streamer. And both of them came together in a collab stream after having a fallout and made this clip, which set a lot of people ablaze because taking credit for making streaming mainstream is not only a crazy thing, but would definitely be a big feat. Because back in the past, when you thought of a streamer, all you thought of was somebody in the room, kind of like I am right now, just yapping towards a camera and not really doing anything that crazy or collabing with anybody that crazy. But nowadays, you see people like
What
Kai,
is this
Aiden
game,
Ross,
dude?
doing giant events like Streaming University that was mentioned, Aiden's boxing event, collabing with huge name
Brand
celebrities,
risk.
and for them to be the ones
You know
to
the
say that
name,
they
brand
really made it
risk.
mainstream to make that happen, it definitely set a lot of people over the edge.
That's what really, like, if we're talking mainstream or regular around the, you feel me? It was Ninja. Then there's players in that kept it afloat, that kept it, you feel me? And another surge, fucking Aiden. There was a big surge
Yep.
with celebrities coming on straight.
Aiden brought the WNL community over there.
They talked about it on radio, on like the Breakfast Club.
It's a fact.
They talked about
You can't, you
Kyler
can.
took that
Aiden brought the WNL community over there.
Know what a Twitch is now. I ain't gonna lie. Even though
Like if you watch Cash Nasty, Solar90, Flight Reacts, you feel me? Like if you weren't a part of that type of, you know what I'm saying, upbringing, you came to Twitch because that boy Aiden was over there
So
too.
he don't even gotta be on Twitch, and he even put Twitch. You dig what I'm saying? It was just that bubble from TikTok, and like that's it. So since that was in your algorithm, then you started seeing Twitch streamers, gang. I promise you, I'm not even trying to talk. I don't think it did really anything toward like. I'm not even trying to talk. I mean, yes, you bought like some TikTok heads, TikTok over, but for like the longevity of Twitch, no, like outside of them people on TikTok, they not talking about the Wendy Ortiz DDG collab as like a pinnacle point of like Twitch.
You know what I'm saying? That's no disrespect to DDG because that boy, you know what I'm saying, absolute legend. You know what I'm saying?
Looking for
Shout out to that boy DDG. That boy Daryl.
I'm not trying to talk. I'm just being facts. I have no problem with. I ain't never had a beef with Wendy in my life, but that's just a fact, game. Like,
now this is about to sound like a lot of glazing to a bunch of people, but it's definitely the truth. Wendy Ortiz and DDG are not the reason Twitch is mainstream. I don't think I needed to tell y'all that. But when you consider something being mainstream, you consider a lot of people, and even people outside of it who don't participate in the thing, that being watching Twitch or watching live streamings in general, knowing about it or even knowing about the creators. Not like at any point in time with me covering live streaming or me talking about this stuff, have I had a mass following of people tell me that they heard about live stream or they only know about this Twitch stuff because of Wendy Ortiz. Don't get me wrong, her audience probably does, but not a large majority of people. Not enough to say that you made it mainstream, along with DDG, because I feel like he joined around a time when live streaming was already.
I don't think DDG agrees with that take though. I wonder if I obviously we're just watching a clip. I wonder if he did say, and I'm of course not gonna watch the full thing because I don't care all that much. But I hope that boy DDG definitely did say something like, "Hey, you know what I'm saying?"
Even putting on his own events. We already had people like Aiden Ross having his own boxing matches that DDG even happened to commentate with. It's not like these things weren't going on until he happened to get on the platform. That just isn't the case at all. A lot of people are going to sit here and point at, again, the Kais, the Aiden Ross, even Ninjas back in prime Fortnite, putting on live streaming way more than Wendy Ortiz and DDG ever did.
All you guys are wrong. Y'all saying Aiden, a bunch of bull. The person who put Twitch on was Ninja. You have to understand, what Ninja and I did at prime Fortnite, it fully changed.
Calm down, Clicks. I never even knew Clicks until like the FaZe boys. I'm not even no glaze, but I was never a Fortnite person. Like I knew who Ninja was, because who doesn't know Ninja? The reason I got into the Twitch, I mean I always had a Twitch, but I never watched anything, was because of this man right here, this Jew, W Jew in the chat. That boy, Mr. Ross.
No, I'm not trying to be that guy, but like I low-key put Twitch on too.
Everybody in their own way brings a new fan base to Twitch. 100% Wendy and DDG brought a new fan base to Twitch. For sure.
I mean, yeah.
The same way a lot of streamers, Queso brought a new fan base to Twitch.
Yep.
The new FaZe brought a new fan base
You can
to
even
Twitch.
say Queso's a big part in the Twitch.
JC brought a
Even
new
though,
fan base to Twitch.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, all these people
Same-
brought
yeah,
a new
same
fan
thing.
base to
I
Twitch.
mean-
But saying they made Twitch mainstream, I gotta give that to Ninja and Aiden.
Yeah.
No, I think she definitely brought people to Twitch. I think if you pop off, like she's big on TikTok too. I think she definitely brought people to Twitch. I think mainstream wise, if you speak about
It's
mainstream,
Ninja and Aiden.
I believe Kai,
And then you gotta go
Aiden,
Kai right after that. Like
real mainstream.
like those boys, it's like,
Somebody-
okay, yeah. Like
They
you're,
say Ninja. You feel me?
and you can say
Respectfully,
speed when you.
Are they saying Twitch streaming or just streaming in general? I would go as far as to say AMP. I'm not gonna lie. To an extent.
Majority of people are definitely giving
I would like to
Twitch
pick
being
Fan's
mainstream
mind on
to
that. Like when he said
creators
AMP,
outside
which
of
I guess he's
DDG
right
and
though.
Ortiz. I don't even think
I guess he is right
top
because
10, top 30, top
when you
50
say
list of
Kai,
people
you also have to
push
say AMP
Twitch in a
because
way
it
to
was a
make it
group thing.
mainstream, in my opinion,
A lot
at
of things that
least.
was
I think
really
that
big.
goes for a
It was
lot of
also
people as
in that
well, because when
EMP
you
crib.
immediately think streaming,
You
you
get
probably
me?
don't immediately
So I guess
think
that's not even a
DDG
bad take,
and
but
Wendy Ortiz,
you know what I'm
unless
saying?
again you are a part of their audience, which I think is the bigger thing that they were trying to push, and Wendy Ortiz was actually trying to get at. Not that she made Twitch mainstream or her and DDG collabing is the reason why a bunch of people have eyes on Twitch, but the fact that they had brought a new audience to Twitch, and they brought more people who probably wouldn't have tapped into the platform unless it was because of them, and which definitely is the case, because Wendy Ortiz, before she started streaming on Twitch, was on TikTok getting some of the craziest live viewer numbers I have ever seen in my life. The point where even DDG had pointed it out when they first started streaming together, saying that she better hop on Twitch. Not only is she going to make more money, but she's going to reach a crazier audience and have a lot more people on the platform, which only helps everybody around.
I mean, like me.
Honestly, bro, I don't disagree that much. I feel like this goes for anyone, though, in a way. Anyone who comes to the platform and streams, they bring audiences over.
Yeah.
So honestly, I could see she made a point. I think that's what she was trying to say, is that when you go on a platform and you stream, you bring more people on. It's like anyone. So
Yeah,
I think she
but
was
to
going-
say,
didn't
I think she
meant it in a
misworded
hurtful
it.
way.
We definitely brought like a completely different fan base.
That's what I meant.
A completely different fan base over to Twitch for sure. Where you did for sure with TikTok users.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because it was people that never touched Twitch before coming on this.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Obviously, with the extra clip, you can see she did clarify herself towards the end, literally
Yeah.
saying verbatim that she did mean bringing a new audience to Twitch. And the clip that she is getting bashed for is just an incomplete clip that doesn't show the entire conversation.
Yeah, so you just
How
made
it
a
ended.
fucking
lot of
full video for goddamn. And this is what I'm talking about, man. Yo, this is what I'm talking about. The clips be killing the internet, and that's why I didn't even take that clip serious, because I remember I first saw it on X, and I was like, mainstream, Wendy Ortiz making it mainstream. I was like, nah, dude, come on now, be for real. You know what I'm saying? You know who made it mainstream. You know, like, the big names. Like, if someone was like, yo, can you name a couple people from Twitch, you would know who they're going to name. You know what I'm saying? From the male and female side of the Twitch. But, you know what I'm saying? I guess, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Obviously, it is whatever. But, W Stream for today, chat. Man. W Stream. I love y'all, boys, man. God first consistency as always. And until tomorrow, I'm going to catch y'all, boys. Safety.